Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be reviewing Shinemate's cordless 21mm machine polisher. This is not so new. I think it's been around for a couple of years now, maybe like 2 years I think. But I was just able to get this about a month ago, and I've already had the chance to try this on a couple of cars. And let me show you the model number. The model number is Shinemate EB351 and 621. Basically, is 6 inches the size of the pad, and 21mm is the size of the orbital movements. So yeah, what I have to say about this right before we start to show you how it works, I can tell you that I am very impressed. This machine is so powerful. It has so much power. It does not stall, almost never. Being 21mm means that it has a bigger, more powerful, more torquey motor as well. So I don't know if you guys know this. There are a lot of people who seem not to know this about random orbital polishers. One of the differences between the 15 and 21mm orbits is not the only difference is not that their 15 is a smaller and uses a 5-inch pads versus the 6-inch pads of the 21mm orbit machines. The 21mm machines, they all are also torqueier. They have a bigger motor and a torqueier motor. So this is true within the same brands as well. So if you're looking at, let's say you're comparing Mark V Rupes 15 versus Mark V Rupes 21, the 21 is always going to be more powerful. Power is not always the only thing that matters. You rarely need all of the power that the machine has to offer. You're typically using a machine at 70-75% of the potential maximum power, but it's good. It's nice to have the extra power, extra torque when you get into like harder, curvier panels and harder areas that otherwise weaker machines would stall potentially. So this is sorry guys, I'm so excited about this because I don't know why it took me so long to get one of these. I've been hearing about Shinemate's bigger, larger cordless machines, especially this one, the 21, I've heard about, and I finally pulled the trigger, and it is so good. It is amazing. It's something that I can honestly say, I never thought I would say this one day, but I can tell you this machine can easily replace a corded machine. As you guys know, let me show you, I have my Mark V Rupes. This is the 21. I have the Mark V 15 here, and I use those a lot and I love them. These are, I told you in the review video of the Mark V that I think this is the best machine on the market, and I love them so much. But this is honestly, I don't think this is any less good than the Mark V, and it's actually it's a lot cheaper. So this comes at I think slightly above $400 with 2 batteries and with a charger. And here I have. So I have the chargers, I have an extra battery. I'll tell you in a little bit about what happened with the batteries, but I have an extra battery. So 2 here on the charger. And this is actually pretty fast too. It charges charges an empty battery in less than 1 hour. And, if you're using the machine at speed 4 or something, it's going to give you at least about 25-30 minutes of non-stop use. Okay, so it will get through, like 2 batteries will get through everything. Let me tell you what happened. So I first, when I got this, one of the batteries, after I charged it, The second time it started not to charge, like so this batteries have an indicator here, and when I would press that, it would not show anything, and on the charger it would blink red. And I contacted Shinemate. I got this from Parks, the car care, which is Shinemate's official US supplier. And not gonna lie, it took me a while until I got a hold of them. But at the end, they were helpful. They just sent me a new battery, and the other battery actually now is working. It's charging right normally, and it doesn't blink red. So I don't know if that was just like a one-time hiccup or something, but they sent me a new battery in case the other one completely stops working. As I was saying, this is so powerful that it doesn't stall, like especially like areas like this when it's on an angle. These areas usually with the bigger pads especially, it can stall, like machines can stall, but this one does not. And I usually use this at speed 4, maybe sometimes 5. When you are past like speed 4.5, about 5, and then speed 6, it like the sound it makes, it's so loud, but the power is like I can tell you, actually this is fun, it's going to be interesting, but at speed 6 this machine is more powerful than Rupes Mark 3 or Mark 5 corded. That's insane. Think about it. A cordless machine is more powerful than a corded machine. Anyways, let me show you a demo on. So this car is I don't know how well it's a white car, so it's not gonna show very well, but don't know if you can see, but this is really bad. Like this car, especially like the trunk area, is really bad. Again, it's hard to see because it's a white car, but fortunately that's the demo car I have for today. So this is what I like to do for it's a new pad from Lake Country, microfiber pad. For microfiber pads, I like to put a little bit more polish at first. Some people like to cover the whole area, and which you can, you can use your hand and do that if you like. You don't have to do this. Again, this is not a educational video on polishing, but anyways, okay. I'm gonna adjust to speed 4 and let you just listen and see how it works. It is very smooth. As I'm coming here, even at speed 4, it's not smaller. That was like 2 passes, and I was barely, pressing because it's a horizontal panel and the weight of the body is already on the machine. And let's take a look, and yeah, like you can see this area that I don't know how well you can see, but this area that I just look at the reflection of the light, so that I hadn't touched. And then you come here and almost everything is gone. I mean, some of this, of course, is a pad and polish. All of these things matter, you know, the combination of pad, polish, machine, and technique. But this thing is just, it is incredibly nice. I'm the Velcro. So some people, I know that especially the new Rupes backing plates are really weak, and I can tell they're weak, but I haven't had too much of a problem personally with them. But I accept that they're weak. But this thing is so strong, this is like perhaps too strong. So like if you're trying to remove it with hand, it's almost impossible. Like you're gonna damage the pad. So for this, I recommend really using the Rupes claw tool that is for taking pads off. So I'm gonna go change the pad and to a Rupes polishing pad and come back and finish this off. Hey guys, I want to just add two more quick things. First of them is that why did I choose the 21 over the 15? Well, I started with 15 many years ago, and I don't know why I got into the 21 too late. I was always thinking it's just, you know, useless. It's for bigger panels, bigger cars, just the usual stuff that you usually hear from a lot of people. And when I actually started using one, I realized that it is actually very, very useful. It is so much faster to use the 21 in most cases. Now I'm actually using the 21 more than I'm using the 15, both with this that I have now and the Mark V. On Mark V 21 basically is what I use most of the time. 15 I use only on a small, very small areas where I don't want to, like, it's going to be weird places where I can't use the 21 or I don't want to use the 21. And also it's like, it's not as small to use a 3-inch polisher. It's going to be something like that. But anyways, like 21 is actually very useful, especially like this one that is cordless. I'm using this mostly for like roofs of like bigger cars, like trucks and SUVs and stuff. Like I don't want to drag a cord on the car and potentially scratch it. So being cordless helps with that, but also really big panels, obviously that this 6-inch pad and the 21 millimeter orbit is so much faster. But also I've realized that even on like normal, like smaller areas like this, which normally I would use a 5-inch on this trunk, but you see the 6-inch works perfectly fine and it does the same job faster. So I think everybody who is serious in this business, you have to have both of the machines. You have to have 15s and you have to have 21. And it's kind of a preference for in most cases, it's a preference thing. Some people prefer either or, but I mean, I really like 21. Second thing I wanted to add is that I used to have Rupes cordless. For a short time, I did not like it. Many of you probably who are watching my videos, you have heard me nagging and complaining about Rupes too much. I don't want to like be that guy who complains too much about Rupes and being seen potentially as a Rupes hater, which I'm not really. I love Rupes, obviously. I have so many of their tools. It's just the cordless tools, at least the one that they sent me, the 50 millimeter cordless HLR 15. That machine was so underpowered. It was stalling. It had, I've done this discussion with so many people, but who claim that that the machine doesn't have any power issues. It's just as powerful. The Rupes, they claimed themselves that the cordless machine to be more powerful than the recorded ones, which is obviously not true. Even on paper, the RPM numbers are lower, the motors are weaker. It just doesn't make sense. And all of that obviously translated into real world results. I've heard that the 21 version of that machine, the Rupes 21, is much better. I don't know that, I haven't tried it, but the 15 millimeter orbit of the Rupes cordless, that was not the one for me. And I can tell you, there is a huge difference between, like, there cannot be a bigger difference between two machines than between this one and the Rupes 15, at least the cordless 15 Rupes. There are like years of difference. I cannot emphasize on how much different they are. Please trust me. Don't listen to people who blindly are, there are so many people who are blindly defending Rupes or Flakes or some other brand, or even Shinemate. Like, do not be a fanboy of a brand. Many of these people, I don't think they mean to necessarily to mislead, but it's just like so many of these people, they don't have enough experience with other machines or enough experience with detailing and polishing. They just use one or two machine, and for their needs is great, and they're kind of surprised when they see I'm complaining about something that they cannot feel or see. But when I'm using so many different machines and next to each other, it's just night and day difference. Okay, so these two things I wanted to say about why I chose the 21 and why on cordless, Shinemate cordless is better than Rupes cordless. That's what I wanted to add. It is so smooth, super smooth. I know some people like to hold it from the battery like this for a better balance. For me, either way works. I like to hold it like from the handle most of the time. But the power that this has is unbelievable. Let me show you. Okay, speed 5. Unbelievable power. Speed 6. You should not need this, but yeah, at speed 6 it's loud, but it's kind of like it takes like a jet engine takes off or something. I think there are like speed power regulators, computers in this, like every other tool. Rupes has that too. I think they limited that until speed 4. So until speed 4, the machine is really like tamed and quiet, smooth, nice. After that, like speed 5 and 6, it's just like it gives you all of the power you need, but without any of the power torque limiters and all of those, technology that gets involved. You're completely free of that. So it is like, it's insane. I really love this. And like the quality of the machine, like the EB210 that I reviewed, the smaller nano machine that I reviewed before. This has a very similar like color scheme and design, materials, soft, obviously it's like soft rubber in the handle and this area. One thing is like I got used to this shape. You see, like it's kind of a downward shape, like this. I like maybe it's just me because I'm used to Rupes, but I like how Rupes and in this area it comes kind of upwards and it helps you have a better grip, in my experience. At first I didn't like this, but I got so used to it. So it's fine, it's okay. And I like how it looks. I like the design of it. It is really, I love it. I don't know. And it looks really, good on display as well. A little bit louder than obviously Mark V that I have, but this is on par with Mark III in terms of loudness, with like Rupes Mark III and this. I think this might be even like, it has a more pleasant sound to it. So see, like, has a very unique sound, like sounds like an, you know, like an airplane, like a jet engine or something. So, and it is free spinning, so that is great. Anyways, guys, that's the review. Don't hesitate, go get it. I love it, and I am going to buy more of the Shinemate tools. I'm waiting on I think there is a new Shinemate that is going to be a rival to the Mirka 3-inch. When that comes out, I'm gonna be buying that, and I'm gonna obviously make a review, and I'm gonna make a comparison video with the Mirka. But Shinemate is not disappointing. It's been great. It's together, you know, Shinemate, Rupes, Mirka, these are my brands, and I love them all, and I use them all the time. So either way, thank you guys for being in the channel. I have other videos. Please subscribe if you want to see these kind of videos. Anyways, have a good day, take care of yourselves, and see you in the next video.